Pesa Shayo.
And this is the place where we believe that every single couple out there has a chance to live a long, happy life together.
Oh yes, every marriage has a chance to be awesome and also to be fulfilling.
That's right. This is a podcast by a couple, to couples. So we just talk about a lot of issues here, and we like to share tips with you guys and things that we've learned over the years. We've actually been together for 13 years, and we have 4 children. So we definitely know what it's like to go through all those ups and downs in life. And we also know how great it can be to just be with that one special person. So we really hope to be a source of encouragement and inspiration for you guys.
Oh yeah. Yes.
And if you want to connect with us more, you can find us on Twitter. I'm at Whitney Shayo.
I'm at Pesa Shayo.
Our last name is spelled Shayo. And also you can like us on Facebook,
which is at Facebook.com/Live Your Best Marriage.
And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the blog at liveyourbestmarriage.com/blog.
Oh yeah.
And normally we do this podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but we've missed a couple of episodes because we were working on something special for you guys.
Oh yeah.
And we just wanted to share it with you and make sure that you have access to it. So be sure to stick around for the end of this episode so you can get the details on where to find that.
So you're not going to tell us what you've been working on?
It's for the most part, I want to leave it as a surprise, but it's a free video course that Pesa and I have been working on, and it's especially for you guys, and so we're just super excited that it's all done, it's ready, and so be sure to stick around so that you can get access to it.
Oh yeah. So what are we talking about today, Whitney?
So actually, I have not seen the Loving movie yet.
Which one is that?
Well, the one about the couple from Virginia who was like they wanted to get married, I don't know, back in the 50s or something.
Okay.
I know tons of people have seen it. I'm probably I'm super late. I want to see it, but I haven't yet.
So when did it come out?
I think it came out last year or something.
So is it on Netflix or what?
I think so. It should be. And because the only thing I've seen is the trailer, and I've seen clips, and I cannot wait to watch the movie.
So what's the big deal about this movie? Do they teach you how to love, or what's the big deal?
Okay, so all right. Well, this couple's last name is Loving.
Okay.
Obviously. And so, but the husband was white and the wife was black. And their sheriff or whatever in their town was literally trying to keep them from getting married. And so just because of
So this is way back in the day.
Yeah, I think in the 50s. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I haven't seen it. I want to. I really, really want to. But what I have seen is the HBO documentaries about how intercultural and interracial couples are dealing with life today. Real couples from all across the U.S. that they've been interviewing. And so I realized that we have not done an episode about this yet for our podcast. We don't even have any blog posts about this issue.
But I don't feel like we are an authority in this issue. What makes you feel like you are an authority in this issue, Whitney?
I think just the fact that we've stayed together this long, I really think we do have some ideas and encouragement that we can share with other couples who are feeling like they're going through a hard time simply because they're not from the same race, or just not even from the same
town, the same school district, or what?
So no, you can say that, but people who are not from the same background,
yeah.
Yeah.
So if somebody's from
like me and you.
Okay. So we are not talking about if somebody's from the north and somebody else from the south. No.
No, not really. So basically, what happened is, in these documentaries, couples have been explaining the difficulties that they go through in their daily life and the challenges that they face because they feel like they're being judged by their relatives, their in-laws, and just people around them whenever they go places. So I thought, okay, well, me and you haven't ever really had like anything really, really dramatic happen to us.
I think we did.
But
remember the last time we had that little dramatic thing happen to us?
What was that?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, you can continue.
Too many, I can't keep track.
Okay.
So we never really had like anyone get super angry with us.
Remember
I guess
there was a time we had gone to, was it Home Depot or Walmart, and you started worrying like that there was a guy looking at you crazy, like like he was following us in the aisles, and you're like, and he was like really freaking you out. Remember?
Okay, no. Actually, recently we haven't had any challenges in this area, but when we first in the early years, we did. We had to overcome some obstacles with our relatives who did not really think we were a good match. There were some people who really did not approve of us being together, but we were able to move past that, I think, fairly quickly.
You know, right now it's easy to say that, but at that time it felt like it was kind of a struggle.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was a struggle. And
do you remember when it seems like every time we went for a date night, we had to be pulled over?
I forget about that. We were pulled over by police. I don't know how many times. That first year that we started dating.
It was like, it seems like every time we go out, we had to be pulled over.
Every few months. Like we were pulled over by police.
It felt like every few weeks or something.
We never had a taillight out. We were never speeding. We just got pulled over a lot, and they questioned us. Like, what are you guys doing?
And
like, what are you guys doing together?
And the funny thing is, they will take you and question you, and then question me.
So yeah, like they would tell me to get out of the car, go ask me a bunch of questions. I had to show my ID, and then Pesa had to get out of the car and go answer questions like where I couldn't hear what they were saying. Yeah, this is Kansas. Literally, yeah. Yeah, this is Kansas, like 2004.
But I'm laughing right now because
it wasn't funny then.
It wasn't funny then, but it seems like it was just for a few months, and then after that, everything quit. I don't know if there's something we changed or because
I don't know what we did. We moved to Massachusetts. That's one thing, but this went on for like close to a year.
But it seems like nobody pulls us up anymore. We don't get pulled up anymore. What happened?
I don't know what happened, but anyway, well, that was 13 years ago. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, honestly. But yes, so that was actually something we went through. And I wasn't even planning on talking about that. But now that you mention it, that was very
Yeah, we used to come. Scary. We had so many jokes. I didn't even think it was scary. It just kind of was weird.
I thought it was scary. And then, but yeah, definitely we did face some challenges with relatives who completely did not approve of us even being together. And so that lasted for the first few years that we were together. But since then, on both sides of our families, we've been able to become friends, and just we've been able to work out our differences, and things are okay now. But I mean yeah. Nobody's upset anymore.
Oh, they don't tell you.
No. Really, no. It's
they don't tell you.
Yeah, I don't speak Swahili. Maybe they are saying
they are
something,
like, oh my God,
and
they
can't.
Don't know. No, they love you.
But that was a huge issue, and then the only other significant incident that I can think of is we went to a party once, and there was one racist guy there who
that guy was crazy.
He did not want me there at all, and so that was very, very awkward.
Yeah, and that was very awkward.
That was very uncomfortable.
And I haven't had the last. I always hear about that all the time.
No, you don't. But
so, yeah, this guy. It was like my really, really good friend. We went to his party, and he had a friend who was in the party, and this guy was just could not stand Whitney. Mm-hmm. And he was like super racist. He ended up being kicked out of the party because pretty much everybody in the party could not stand him being racist to the only white girl. Were you the only white girl?
Yeah. I was the only white girl at the party, but so it was a Kenyan party, but one lady there said her husband was white.
Yeah.
So she was really, really upset, and she left early. But this guy was like kind of drunk, so nobody really knew if they should take it seriously or if he's just like confused. And so it went on for a little while, and then finally he was sent home. But yeah, that was like really, really awkward. But that's nothing compared to what a lot of other people have gone through.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, Pesa actually had some really, really great advice for any couple who is struggling with what other people think about your relationship. If you're going through a tough time feeling like you're being judged,
okay,
or feeling like people don't approve of the two of you being together, Pesa just made a really good point to me about how you can just continue loving your spouse and just, I mean, you can continue living your life.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of what other people think. And we both know from experience that this is something that's easier said than done, because because the holidays are coming up. So all of the get-togethers are happening. And so if you do have relatives or friends who don't approve of your relationship, that is really, really hard. And we know that. We've been there. We've gone through it. But do you want to just tell them what you told me? Because I thought that was a really, really powerful message. You told me yesterday when I brought up this whole idea about some couples who just really, really feel self-conscious. Like when they go to a restaurant, they feel like people are staring at them because they are an interracial couple. They feel judged. And so why don't you just go ahead and
share? For me, what has worked for me, and I never even really thought about it, but what has always worked for me is the fact that it's not so much about what other people are thinking or what other people are saying. It's basically, what do you think about your wife, and how do you think about your relationship? So if you as a husband, or maybe the wife, you are already okay with having your spouse as your wife, or like your wife who is from another race, if you're already okay with that, and like you need to be like super okay with that. So it doesn't matter what other people think and what people say. What matters to me and what has always worked for me is what I think about Whitney. So by now, obviously with so many years, I don't even think about it. It's like, she's my wife and I already forgot like what race she is. You just think it's just your wife and you move on. But to make it work, you have to know that nothing is going to come between you guys, and she is your wife, period. And it's not so much about entertaining what people are saying or not entertaining. It's like, what do I think about my wife? Because if your wife was from another different race, like maybe the same race with you, you won't be having these issues. And sometimes somebody might be like, oh, you are simplifying it, or you are making it too simple. But at the end of the day, I believe that it's how I think about her, not what other people think about us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Right.
know if it makes sense.
Right. You, as long as you are okay
Yes.
with the person you chose to
Yes.
be with, that's
Yes.
all that matters.
So it doesn't matter if they are from a different race. It doesn't matter if they're on a wheelchair. It doesn't matter what is going on with them. It's about you being okay with them. And then actually people take cues from you. So after a while, if you are so okay with having her, just referring her as your wife, going to places with her, just running a family with her, just like a regular couple. After a while, people will start taking cues from you, and they will uh, just kind of
be more accepting.
Oh yeah, because you are not getting into what they are. You are not buying into their story.
You're not playing their game.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's a really great point. Like, as long as you love your wife or your husband,
Yes.
that's all that matters. Who cares what
Yes.
other people think? And just for the record, there is nothing in the Bible that says it's wrong for an interracial couple to be together. There is, and actually the Bible makes it very clear that there is no superior race
Yes.
to begin with.
Yes.
So, because I know so I've even heard some people try to use the Bible
Okay.
as their reason for justifying being so against
Okay.
interracial couples. But that makes no sense at all, because nothing in the Bible even says that's a bad thing. So definitely just be like 100% invested in defending your spouse. Nobody should make your spouse feel like an outsider.
Yes.
Or, just really, no one should do that. No one should have to go through that.
And this does not mean other people will stop, but it actually makes it that after a while, if you are so invested in your relationship, after a while, I don't know what, but those people kind of just move away. They just peel off, and you start having friends who just approve your relationship. Who you just create a new group of friends. And if it's for family, there will be other family members who will keep quiet. Other family members will be out there approving. But the more you guys stay together, the more it started to seem as it's a legit thing. Yeah.
Right. People get tired of attacking you after a while.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we definitely had to overcome some of those obstacles, but I know that there are some families out there who have tried to disown the person who, yeah, I mean, really, they kind of, they really do make them feel like an outsider.
That whole disowning, like if somebody is trying to disown you, it's just pretty much they're trying to say that they have power over you.
Right.
I mean, if you're 40 or 30, what does that even, if somebody is trying to disown you, it's a free country. They can disown you, but that does not stop you from living your life. Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't. Yeah. Exactly. That hatred should not stop you from living your life and just enjoying your wife or your husband, your kids.
Yes.
Really.
And so most of the time, trying to make them understand, to me, it's actually wasted time. Trying to make them see your point, like sitting there and arguing with them to see your point.
Yeah.
It's just basically, to me, that's wasting your time. Just continue loving your spouse and actually acting like they pretty much you're okay with, like her being your wife. Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
And I'm sure there are books written, and I'm sure there's all these techniques and hacks on how to deal with this situation. But I think the biggest thing is, I'm okay with you. I'm okay with you being my wife.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what other people think. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the best encouragement that we can give, is just as long as you and your spouse are happy. Yeah. That's all that matters.
And sometimes, because we are humans, that does not mean every time you'll be happy. But am I okay with you being my wife, that means we will go through life together, through the ups and downs. Yes, sometimes we are not happy, but that just means we are just a real couple going through life.
Right.
Sometimes we are like,
oh, give me a break. You're the difficult one.
oh man.
So moving right along.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, that's exactly true. You guys, I mean, as a couple,
Yeah.
you have your own life to live. You
Yes.
have your own struggles. You have your own happy moments and things to celebrate. Things, there are things that make you guys upset and things that make you guys fight. But someone on the outside, someone on the exterior, do not even give that a second thought. Don't even let them influence the way you. No.
Yeah,
no.
and I haven't seen that movie, but just from what you had explained to me about that Loving movie, it seems like this guy, is he Mr. Loving? Okay, it seems like this Mr. I haven't seen the movie, but it seems that he was okay with Mrs. Loving being his wife. So he was like, it doesn't matter what other people are saying. She's my wife, and we will just have our life.
Yeah, he was very determined
Yeah.
and stood his ground.
Yes.
So, and that's what was so shocking to everybody around them.
Yes.
That he was just like,
hey, this is my wife.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, exactly.
And because if you spend so much time, and more for most of us, we will never have to go through like what he went through.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always that feeling like, oh, I'm working in a restaurant and everybody looking at me and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter. They can look at you, you can smile back, you can say, hey, what's up? At the end of the day,
right?
Are you okay with her being your wife? Like, not just, and a lot of people will be like, yeah, I'm okay, but are you really okay? Yeah, I'm okay, but are you in a deeper level? Because if you are, that means you'll be there, you won't be ashamed, you'll just be fine. You won't even be thinking like, can I go with her to that party? Like, so are you okay with me being your husband?
Obviously.
So why do sometimes you refuse going to some parties with me?
That has never happened. That
You're
never
like,
happened.
no, come on.
Actually, in recent years, I would say for the most part, we have been very, very blessed. We've been very fortunate because places we go, it seems people are just very kind to us. They love being friends. And so even when I show up for a meeting or something, if the people there know Pesa, if they've met him, I talk about him. I really do. I make it a point to brag on my husband as much as I possibly can. That's something I'm in the habit of doing, and that's not connected to the fact that we're an interracial couple. That's just something I do. But again, we have been very, very fortunate not to have run into any people who are, like hateful or like, especially for that reason. We really haven't dealt with that issue lately.
So what if we do?
Thank God for that.
Obviously,
we'll be proud. We'll stay proud, and we will stand our ground. Obviously,
stand your ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a must.
So what if we go for like a Christmas party and some crazy family member starts ranting and raving?
Oh, now I'm so brave. I can say anything now. They'll regret saying something.
You'll just like dish it back.
I'll just dish it back. Honestly, I'm so not even afraid. Like, I used to be afraid. Like 10 years ago, I would have kept quiet. But now, and even after keeping quiet, I still would have felt like intimidated. I still would have felt like, oh, this is a huge problem. I don't know how I'm going to fix this. But now I'm like, not even a problem.
Are you going to like punch them?
No.
No, you're not going to punch them.
No, but I will use my voice. I will make it very clear.
Are you going to leave the party, or are you just going to stay till the end?
I can stay till the end. As long as I've made it clear that they're being inappropriate. Honestly.
I just want to know your game plan. Just want to know your game plan.
Yeah. Well, in the party that we described earlier in this episode that happened a long time ago with that one crazy guy.
Yeah.
We kept quiet, and I wish we had left sooner, but we stayed the whole time. But now if I say something, the other person might actually leave early.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, okay, this is not even, like, in my radar. I'm not even dealing with this right now.
Me, I might have to give them a sandwich.
Oh, my God. Yeah, right.
I might have to give them a narco sandwich.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
But,
I mean, don't you fight fire with fire?
But no, and actually the funny thing is, in these last couple of years, we've gone to more Christmas parties than we've ever gone to. We've had like more meetings and just more groups that we've joined just in the community.
And that's what I was saying. Like, it seems like those crazy people peel away, and it just feels like after a while of you sticking together and being like this tight couple, after a while it seems like all the friends and all the people around you seem to be just okay with you.
They just automatically support you.
So, yeah. How crazy is that? Yeah, and the cops don't even stop us anymore. How crazy?
They don't. I don't know what's up with that, but...
I'm laughing because it seemed like... Yeah. It was kind of crazy.
Maybe they thought I was a minor back then.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah, we are very...
So you think that like I was trafficking?
I don't know. So yeah, I think also another issue is if someone can sense that you're insecure, that might actually encourage them to...
Yeah, both of you are insecure with each other.
To behave worse. Yeah,
yes.
I mean, you never know. Some people are just really insensitive and really uncaring, and so if they sense that about you, if they see that you're not really willing to stand your ground or speak your mind at least, they might try to mess with you. I think some people are like that, but I would just encourage you to not be insecure and just be happy.
Yeah. Just
love your life together.
Just love your life. And again, people will look at you. They will. People will.
You can interpret it however you want to interpret it. So folks, even if you're not in an interracial relationship right now, chances are you might even know someone who is. And so feel free to share this with them and let them know about the encouragement that's in this episode, because for me and Pesa, this ship sailed a long time ago. That feeling of being insecure and being afraid of what other people will think of us, we were able to move past that. But a lot of you may be just starting out, and so we just want to inspire you to stay strong, be indestructible, just be happy together. Don't let anyone else come between the two of you. And again, just stay tuned for the next episode that we have coming out, and also stay tuned for what we have coming up right after this.
Okay, guys, and just stick strong with your wife. And folks, until next time, bye and God bless.
Finally, there is a millennial speaking out about how great marriage can be. Right now, you can get access to a free video course, Foundations of Marriage. And it's a 3-part series where I'll be sharing some special tips that I've learned over the years throughout my journey in marriage. So if you'd like to hear what we have to say, you can visit liveyourbestmarriage.com/FOM. Again, that's liveyourbestmarriage.com/FOM.